mistakes about it.
Right now, the New Zealand Breakers, for all intents and purposes, the season is done and dusted.
These guys are playing for personal pride. Nobody likes losing.
Great pass from PJC, and Lopez sticks the tongue out. And Menenga goes upstairs and baptizes Tarangi.
Unstoppable today.
Mooney steps back.
Dagger!
This is it. They've finally put together 4 quarters.
Good win for us. A little bit almost forgot how the winning feels.
The resurgence of the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix has been one of the stories of NBL 25. After starting the season at 0-5, they now find themselves at 13-10 for the season and a very real possibility of finishing in the top 2. Their opponents, the New Zealand Breakers, as you just saw, had something to smile about after a win recently as well. Our game time with thanks to Kmart Ball Kid Shea is ready to go. We are ready to go for the Phoenix and the Breakers at the State Basketball Centre. You can see the Mitsubishi Motors ladder right there. I'm Jack Hevron, Liam Santamaria, Leonard Copeland alongside me. We'll get to them very shortly, but first things first, let's get to Kelsey Brown, who's got the coach of the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, Josh King.
Yeah, thanks, Jack. Here in the Heartland with Josh King. Thanks so much for your time this close to game. You've asked for your team for a more rounded defensive performance, 4 quarters, if you will, not a half of defensive pressure. What are you expecting from the team tonight?
I hope 4 quarters, but we're going to be in a lot of distress. You know, they got Tacko, PJC's back. People forget that this team was one of the best teams in the league once upon a time, so we're going to have our hands full today.
You speak about having your hands full. They have come into some form. What have you seen from their games recently that you do specifically need to shut down?
Yeah, they're a very tough matchup. You know, you got Tacko around the basket. Again, PJC is one of the most dynamic guards in the league, those 2 guys in particular, but they also got a lot of pieces around those 2 guys.
We absolutely love what you're doing. We want you to get to your team to address them. Thanks so much for your time and all the best for the game.
Thank you.
He's always extremely generous with his time, Josh King. He's been a breath of fresh air at Southeast Melbourne. Liam Santamaria, welcome to you. The Phoenix in their next 5, 3 of them in the Heartland in Southeast Melbourne.
Yeah, it's not too bad a run home. Some quality opposition, of course, but they're flying. They've won 10 of their last 12. As you said, they're gunning for a top 2 finish, and they're just playing with a whole bunch of confidence right now.
They're feeling good. They'll do it without Derek Walton Jr., as you saw there. Leonard Copeland, welcome to you. The New Zealand Breakers have pushed the chips in for this game. This is their summer shootout game.
Absolutely, Jack. Look, and they need more than 111 points, but they have the guys that can do it. The big fella, Menenga, had 29 points the other day. PJC's playing well. Tacko's playing well. And look, Mooney's found his way, too. So if anybody can do it, they can get it done.
For those following along with the summer shootout, a new clubhouse leader after last night with the Cairns Taipans taking the lead over the Brisbane Bullets. Back to the Phoenix for a moment, Copes, and that man there right on your screen is Matt Hurt. He's an all-NBL first-team prospect, no question about that, but in his last 2 games in particular, he can hardly miss.
He's been on fire, 74% from the field. No one can stop him. I've been talking about him all year. I love the way he plays. He's inside, he's outside, he's smart. He's one of the most confident players I've seen in a long time, Lynn.
Yeah, he's got the entire package at the offensive end. He can score around the hoop. He's very, very crafty. You've got to respect him from long range, and he's got some funky kind of fadeaway stuff as well. He was 20-10 at Duke. He was 20-10 in the G League. So the Phoenix were confident he'd come here and be productive, and he's been fantastic. And those last 2 performances in particular, scoring at a very high level.
He has absolutely been as advertised, Matt Hurt. For the Breakers, we spoke about it off the top, something to smile about after their win over Tasmania on Thursday in New Zealand, Copes, and it was led by Sam Menenga, career-high 29 points.
He was on fire, shooting from the outside, laying the ball up and dunking on people. If he can continue to play like this, along with the other guys, they certainly give themselves a chance of making that top 6. It's going to be hard, but if this guy's going to work, it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, well, the dream is still alive, isn't it? 13 from 15 from the field for Sam Menenga in that win over Tasmania, and terrific performance from him. And they need that. Obviously, Tacko Fall is a problem in the middle, but they need Menenga playing well.
2 young men chasing their dreams who have selected the Next Stars program to help them get to the NBA on screen right now. Malik Lewis from the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix and the 17-year-old Karim Lopez from the New Zealand Breakers. Liam, I'm not going to ask you to choose your favourite out of the 2, but who's your favourite?
Well, I love what Malik's doing. defensively for the Phoenix, but Karim Lopez, these last 3 games, as you see, averaging 17 a game, shooting at a very high level, including from 3 copes. He is performing at a very high level.
I still don't believe he's 17. I need to see that passport. Somebody show me the passport. He plays like a grown man, dunks on you, can shoot the ball, and so much poise.
What were you doing at 17?
I wasn't playing basketball, I don't think. Not like him anyway.
There's the starting 5s for the Phoenix. Tacko Fall in the lineup as well for the New Zealand Breakers today. Parker Jackson-Cartwright returned from suspension on Thursday night as well against Tasmania, which is a huge inclusion for the Breakers, who need to score 112 points or more to take the lead in the summer shootout.
Here we go, boys.
So the first of 3 games in a row for the Phoenix in the Heartland at the State Basketball Centre. Sold out today, already sold out for Wednesday against the Sydney Kings. The fans of the Southeast have flocked.
Well, the team is winning. They're winning a lot of games right now, so there's a lot of excitement amongst that fan base and big energy in that State Basketball Centre.
Jackson-Cartwright, 19.5 points a game across the season. 6.5 assists as well. Here's Menenga, first look of the game. Rebound by Angus Glover, who will run the point for the Phoenix without Derek Walton Jr. They tried this earlier in the season, Copes, when Walton Jr. was injured, and it worked for them.
Yeah, look, Glover's a smart player. He's got plenty of experience, and that's a great 3 from Hunter. Top of the key. Tacko, you got to get up. Somebody's got to get up because he can knock that thing down.
Well, they're starting Tacko because Hunter's less of a 3-point threat than what Matt Hurt is when he slides to the 5, as Fall can't finish underneath.
Rebound Menenga. A couple of opportunities don't count for the Breakers. Hurt runs the floor. Jackson-Cartwright picks up an early foul.
It's not very handy for the Phoenix. Jordan Hunter steps up. First time down the floor. There's the transition play. Smart by Matt Hurt, drawing that foul. And Hunter steps up and knocks down the 3-ball.
Now, for those who have got eagle eyes, Kelsey Brown, why is Parker Jackson-Cartwright wearing number 34 today, please?
Yes, well, we are happy to have him back, PJC, but he is wearing a different shirt today, 34, the number he's got on his jersey. He normally wears number 6, and I've asked New Zealand why that is the case. They said they've misplaced his jersey.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
Could you imagine misplacing?
How would you have responded? How would you have responded, Copes, if the 21 wasn't hanging?
I'm not playing. I'm not playing, bro. I'm not playing. I'm sitting on the sidelines.
Just imagine that conversation, Liam. Leonard, are you right to wear 41 today? No, I'm not. Offensive foul on Fall. Ian Hunter got caught up. So an early foul for Jackson-Cartwright, and now an early one for Tacko.
It's always a wrestle down there when Fall steps in and tries to seal up, and that time just maybe a little overzealous, and he put Hunter on the deck.
They lead the league in fouls per game, the Breakers. 20 on average across the season. Here's Matt Mooney. Surveys the floor, decides Menenga is the best option, and he hammers it down.
There we go, Liam.
Strong finish. Laissez-faire from the Phoenix in defensive transition.
We spoke about his form before the game. Hunter at the other end, trying to climb a mountain.
You called it, didn't you? This could be the game of the week, of the year. Oh, nice dunks.
Jeezy. This Menenga, Matt Hurt needs to do better. No split line help, ready to rotate. And Hunter took a ride on the 7-6 Fall. He picks up his second personal.
Hunter at the free throw line. 75% from this position across the season.
He's coming off an extraordinary game. Jordan Hunter in that win over Cairns, a career-high 18 rebounds, Coach.
He's been tough all year. I mean, and I think, look, he's one of the best bigs in the league, but I think they need some help. They need someone behind him, maybe to give him a break. 6-7 minutes, come in, play some defense, and get a couple of rebounds.
He's held up pretty well, averaging 22 minutes a game. Menenga, pick and pop. That is nothing but fresh Southeast Melbourne air.
Come on, big fella. Don't let us down now. You can't be shooting air balls.
He's a better shooter than that. What have you seen, Liam, in the last 3 or 4 games from the Breakers that's been better? Because their run before Christmas was pretty wobbly.
Yeah, to be honest, I think working out how to play with Tacko Fall has been a big part of that. Obviously, things changed for them as Sobey can't hit there. When they made that change, Gillespie out, Fall in, and they've gotten better at using him. Good defense. Malik Lewis, next star versus next star in transition. And as a result, I think, you know, there's a hope that they've found a bit more rhythm with their overall game. When he's on the floor, when he's off the floor, everyone's just feeling a little bit more connected. And now they've got to go through the process of bringing PJC back in. He wasn't super productive as Glover knocks that one down in their last game, PJC, but they need to get him going.
Yeah. And he's good enough. He's good enough with that ball that he'll find a way to get himself going. Mooney's been good as well over the last couple of weeks, finding his jump shot.
A little handoff to Jonah Bolden, who was scoreless against Tasmania. And this is a golden opportunity there. Hurt puts the ball on the floor. Little step back on Bolden. That's money.
That guy is special. He's special.
Timeout in New Zealand. Strong start for the Phoenix. Here's the Amy replay for Angus Glover. You just feel like it's going down when he rises up and lets it fly. Beautiful backspin as he cashes that, and then Hurt scores. 10-2 Phoenix.
Pre-game, Kelsey Brown caught up with that man, Angus Glover, and they spoke about the need for the Phoenix to play 4 quarters at the defensive end.
Josh King in his post-game presser last game said that you guys need to learn how to play 4 quarters worth of defense. What does that look like tonight, and what have been the discussions around that?
Yeah, I think the last 2 games, kind of the second half, we've really taken off defensively. It's just applying that earlier in the game and trying to hold it for 4 quarters, getting up full court, talking a lot more, defensive rebounding, all that stuff. So it'll be a challenge tonight, but we're up for it.
Even just listening to that, Copes, and we're watching Josh King on our screens right now. Since he's arrived with the Phoenix, he's setting really, really high standards for everyone on the roster.
He's changed the attitude. I mean, Phoenix were a team that were up and down. They're focusing now on defense. They're playing well together. So anybody that can change Sobey and get him to play team ball, not that he was selfish, but being in Brisbane, he had to do his own thing. Now he's a team player, passes up shots, gets everyone involved, and it's all about winning, and that's fantastic.
Kelsey, we're listening to the Breakers.
I was. Coach Kopp was incredibly frustrated with that start, obviously 10-2 at the moment, but he said it's all about us, it's all about our concentration and focus. It's just not there, so he's looking for them to turn it around. It's not about anything systematic, it's about mentality.
Stern words for the Breakers coach. Giving the Phoenix a head start, which is not wise when they're playing in the heartland. Lopez checks the feet. Hunter takes care of the rebound. And Phoenix have looked sharp in the first 4 minutes of this one. As Matt Mooney picks up his first foul of the game, and that'll be the 4th of the quarter for the Breakers.
He's free throws the rest of the way to quarter time for Southeast Melbourne. So players like Sobey, who are always aggressive, love those situations, expect him to be on the front foot.
Hunter to Sobey, top of the key. Breakers identified the roller. Lopez did a good job of breaking that play down. Possession arrows with the Phoenix.
It's been a big part of the learning curve for Kareem over the course of his first season as a next star. So young, of course, so much to learn, oozing with talent. But all those little things at the defensive end that you need to do at this level. Yes, guarding your own guy, but as a help man in rotation, communicating, he's taken some big leaps in that regard.
Phoenix lead by 8. Jackson Cartwright, as Coach said, just struggled for a bit of rhythm in his first game back. That's tough. Never made life difficult. The Breakers 1 of 9 to start the game, folks.
They are. And look, they've had some shots that they should have made. Once they start to fall, I think we'll have a game.
Phoenix 5th. We're playing around with the ladder predictor, which is now live at NBL.com.au. Liam, you are forever the glass half full operator, which is what we love about you, but you were showing us a way where the Breakers could still make the play in from here.
Well, not like playing defense like that. Jack, Matt Hurt returns the favor on Sam Menenga, blows right by and gets all over the rim. And certainly not with a start like this. They've dug themselves a big hole, but who knows? Mathematically, they're still there. I'm not sure that any of those 3 teams above them, Tasmania, Adelaide, Brisbane, Sobey drills the pull-up 3. Sticks a finger in the wound for the Breakers right now. I'm not sure any of those 3 teams are flying. So if they win out, they could be in the mix.
Keep your eyes on that one. Menenga got to his left hand. Much needed bucket for the Breakers. There's an understatement. The second field goal of the game so far. But it's this end of the floor that's causing them all sorts of problems. The Phoenix are getting whatever they want.
They look good. They're moving the ball from side to side, and they're picking their poison.
Take from Mooney. Wieskamp got him from behind, blocked the shot. The Phoenix get possession back.
Breakers, they need a couple of circuit breakers. Mooney there, good take, got right to the rim. Wieskamp did enough to send it away. Bolden was there to clean up the mess, but just couldn't quite get his hands on it. Just swimming uphill right now, New Zealand.
Wieskamp back out to Foxwell, signed a new 2-year deal in the last 24 hours. Great news for the popular youngster. And that'll endear himself to the home fans. 19-4 in the first quarter at the State Basketball Centre.
Yeah, they're struggling on both ends.
Bolden got his man up in the air and scores. Jonah Bolden. Sobey for 3. Jumps out at the last moment. 7 of 10 from the field, the Phoenix. The Breakers, on the other hand, 3 of 11 in this opening term. Menenga trying to go baseline on Lewis. Trying to shovel something up. Here come the Phoenix once more. Foxwell baseline. Quick first step. Draws a foul.
Well, you talk about Southeast Melbourne looking pretty good offensively, Copes. They every time they want to put the foot down and put some pressure on the rim, they're blowing right by their guy. Foxwell there turns the corner. Mooney hits the deck. They've racked up 5 fouls already. He's going to the free throw line. It's just been, man, it's just been a rough old start for the Breakers at both ends of the floor.
As you mentioned, 2-year deal for Owen Foxwell. It's a great story. He's a product of hard work. He's a Victorian. Played his basketball with Eltham last season in NBL 1, helped them to the South Championship alongside Angus Glover. He hasn't been given anything. He's had to go and get every single thing. And now he's got a 2-year deal.
And he deserves it. I mean, he's one of those guys that comes in and plays hard every single game. It's not a time he takes a minute off. And he's aggressive, he's positive, and he fits his team.
And he really fits this coach.
Yes.
Because he's a Josh King type of player.
Yep.
Look at the way the Phoenix are picking up full court here. They want to play 94 feet of defense. They want to make you feel uncomfortable. There's a little bit of Tasmania about the way they go about their extended pressure. And Owen Foxwell does that tremendously well.
Jackson Cartwright away from Ben Air. His first bucket of the afternoon. And Derek Walton Jr., as we mentioned, the remainder of the regular season with a hamstring injury, so and Foxwell, Ben Air are going to be called upon more off the bench. Medanovic steps out for three.
But when it rains, it pours. And while Coach Kopp is searching for a lineup here, he's got a funky lineup. Ty Wynyard's out there. It's a group I would imagine has never seen the floor together, this five-man group. But he's searching for some guys that are going to play some defense and get some stops. And Medanovic just steps in and knocks it down.
He was smiling after Thursday night, Coach Kopp. A shaky start in this one. Wynyard hands off to Jackson Cartwright, who attracts the double. And McCarron, shot clock beats them.
And that's, Coach, that's right in front of your own bench.
Right in front of your own bench. Doesn't make sense.
So you can talk about the guys on the floor and but the whole group, the coaching staff, your teammates, no recognition of the shot clock.
2 point guards on the floor. Someone has to let them know the clock's running down.
Foxwell with the right hand, nice take. Draws a foul, he'll be shooting two.
The impressive thing I think about the Phoenix right now is that they don't seem to have missed a beat here in the absence of Derek Walton Jr., who was playing really, really well, one of the best players in the league when he's up and about. He goes down, and with Glover, Foxwell, the way they're going about their defense, Copes, they keep on keeping on.
They do. There's plenty of talent on this team, and for years we've all talked about them not playing defense. But you give them a coach who preaches defense along with the offensive talent, and this is what you get.
You watch his body language, Josh King, at the top of your screen throughout this game. If they allow an inbound, he throws his head up in the back. He's disappointed.
And that's it's a key point you make, Jack, because it's not just about preaching defense. Every coach comes in and says, I want my team to play at a high level. I really focus on that. That's great. But what are you actually doing schematically at the defensive end? What are you keeping your guys accountable to? And he wants pressure. He wants high pickup points. He wants everybody switched onto that at all moments. And if you're not getting that done, you come and sit down with it.
And Max Darling shooting free throws. Takes care of the first. Kelsey Brown.
Spoke about body language from Josh King, but I want to talk about the body language of the New Zealand bench. They're obviously down and out at the moment with the scoreline, but if you come to the heartland, you have to manufacture your own. There's got to be someone that's finding some energy. The difference between the benches at the moment is huge.
It's a great call, Kels. We got a good look at it right there.
Here's Cam. Lines it up. Successful with the Phoenix. Shooting the ball well in this first quarter. Here's Mitch McCarron. A little two-man game going on with Menenga. He's been called for an offensive foul. Trying to create a little extra space and got Geordie Hunter in the mush.
I missed that elbow, but great move.
Yep, Menenga didn't miss. Bang. Right there.
But isn't that a part of your gather? He's gathering, he's going for...
You can't lead with your elbow, Copes, into his face.
Bro, why not?
Why not?
Get that face out of there.
Not the money maker, Copes. Medanovic had the seal. Good find. Thought he was fouled as well. They're getting offense from a range of options in this first term.
And they are, you're right, Jack. They're moving the ball around. There's no selfish play. They're finding the mismatches and getting the guys the ball who need it.
Jackson Cartwright partially blocked. Bairstow cleans it up.
That's what they need. The Breakers, an aggressive Jackson Cartwright. He's their alpha. He's their man, and they need him on the front foot. It was his first NBL game in single digits. Jackson Cartwright the other night against Tasmania. 8 points, 6 boards, 5 assists, but they need him looking to score.
It's pass for Menenga, who was wide open.
For a big man, he shoots well, doesn't he?
Back-to-back buckets now. adds a bit of respectability to the scoreline for the Breakers as we head towards quarter time. Foxwell almost lost possession. Wieskamp was fouled. McCarron reaching in. There'll be bonus free throws for the home team.
Hit him first. You hit him first. You got 2 shots.
And you know, McCarron's upset. He didn't think he fouled. You love the increased intensity, but man, it's late in the shot clock. Late in the, you know, we're only seconds remaining in the quarter. You're over the limit. You really want to defend without fouling on that possession.
Then go challenge it.
He said, well, go challenge it then.
Touche.
That shuts everyone up right there.
Coming up next, the game of the round. Could be one of the games of the season. Illawarra versus Melbourne. It was spicy the last time these two teams met at the Wynn Entertainment Centre.
Can't wait. This is going to be a good one.
Who you got, Coach?
I'm going with Illawarra.
Okay.
I mean, Melbourne played well in Illawarra. Golding loves the rings there. He shoots the ball extremely well.
He loves them anywhere. He loves them in New Plymouth.
There you go.
Jackson Cartwright loved that. But it's the Phoenix who have loved the opening quarter. 30-17. They lead at the Heartland. Saturday afternoon. Stick with us. This is the Hungry Jacks NBL.
Dominant performance here at the summer shootout game. It's the home team 30-17 leading at the Heartland. I listened to Coach Kopp at quarter time. He was absolutely infuriated. He wants the ball moving a little bit more offensively, and he wants them to find some grit, some determination to get this lead back.
Well, that's good to hear. Cal State, they didn't have that in that opening quarter. Jesus, your summer shootout game, Coach. Trying to put points on the board. 40% from the field and 5 turnovers.
Not good. I tell you what, though, Southeast Melbourne did well by sharing the ball, getting everyone involved.
Oh, Jackson Cartwright hit hard by Jordan Hunter.
And that's the type of grit he's talking about. It's not just defense. It's not just loose balls and rebounding. It's how hard are you attacking the hoop? And there, with reckless abandon, he earns his way to the free throw line.
It's his first game back from suspension on Thursday, but for what's left of this NBL 25 season, Coach, surely they go back to the way things were with PJC now, where it's his team, it's his ball, and everyone else fits in around him.
You would hope so, because we know what kind of player he is. We know he's a dynamic scorer. He gets people involved. I think, though, when you got a guy like Tacko Fall and things are starting to look good as we give away burgers.
Tactics is the code word. Maybe you can have a tactical burger on the way home from the State Basketball Centre today. Courtesy of the wonderful people at Hungry Jack's.
I thought that would have been a travel.
Hit half off on the baseline.
Coach Kopp certainly thought there was a travel.
Yeah.
Nathan Sobey to inbound. Just the 3 points in that first quarter. That's the easiest two he's going to get this afternoon.
Took Matt Kenyon by surprise, didn't it? All of a sudden he had possession of it. Right back into the inbounder.
Into a 15-point lead. It's getting a little sloppy. The hustle from Angus Glover. Found a way to distribute to Hurd, who closes the lid.
Well, Coach Kopp calls for time. That is not what they're looking for. The Breakers, great hustle from Angus Glover. Heads up play to kick it ahead. And Matt Hurd, who is always hunting a bucket, knows what to do with it.
There's one team who really wants it right now, and there's perhaps one whose effort is leaving a bit to be desired. We're about to jump into the Breakers huddle.
But hey, Matt, whoever we play, spread pick and roll. This guy is here. We have to trust this pass. We have to trust this pass. Then it's 2-on-1. He attack. It's fake. There is no space. Let's go.
This is self-inflicted. It has nothing to do with them. Nothing. So let's go take it back. One possession at a time.
Hey, miss. We go 15. Sam, JB here. Sam, you start. Parker with the ball. Matt hit this corner. Karim here. Boom. Look this big JB. Block to block. Look again the second side. No. Because we want this to your left. Or then.
Self-inflicted was the key word out of that timeout.
Yeah, assistant coach Daniel Sokolovsky chiming in. I'm not sure it's got nothing to do with the Phoenix. I think that their defensive pressure has been high. They're vulnerable, though. They're giving up penetration, the Phoenix, if you can work your way through that pressure. Just the Breakers haven't been able to do that. 6 turnovers already.
I'd love to see Mooney knock down a couple of shots here, open things up.
Scoreless so far, only one field goal attempt, Matt Mooney.
I pushed him.
Let's have another look here. Jonah Bolton thought there was a push.
Let's see, man.
Crafty from Matt Hurd.
Rooney, let's move on. Behaviour warning. Behaviour warning, New Zealand.
Could have been a foul on Matt Hurd. Went unviewed by the officials, and he got away with it.
Phoenix with a 17-point advantage. Glover's had the radar on so far, as has Sobey. Gave it up for Hurd. Rare miss for Matt Hurd based on his recent form.
There's a lot going on there.
That's the unselfishness from Nathan Sobey you were talking about.
That is.
Coach giving up a good shot for a better one.
7 points for Matt Hurd, leading scorer, equal leading scorer in the game, I should say, was Sam Menenga. 7 for the Breakers. Minute and a half into this second quarter. Mooney from Menenga. He draws a closeout. And Jackson Cartwright. With 7 on the shot clock. Kenyon reaching in. And he's whistled for the foul.
Green 2.
Good effort from Matt Kenyon. Ended up picking up the foul, but the rotation to Sam Menenga, a few possessions back, he was wide open. He knocked that 3 down. Kenyon makes him throw at least one more pass. Then he works hard in the block, mismatched against the big fella. He doesn't play a lot, Matt Kenyon, but he gives you 100% effort when he's out there.
But overall, their defensive play. Oh, there's your boy.
That's my boy.
He has the nicest dunks for a 17-year-old I've ever seen in my life.
Those big hands.
Got them big hands, man. Nothing like it.
These points for the next up. Karim Lopez. Just getting a little excited next to me. His Glover unloads a 3-ball. Offensive rebound, Geordie Hunter. Sobey thought about it, maybe should have shot it. Jackson Cartwright flies up to the other end.
Oh, wow.
Lopez misses the tip. Phoenix have got one ahead, and it's Sobey.
An opportunity missed.
That's unlucky.
Isn't it? They missed the layup, they missed the tip, and then Sobey ahead of the pack.
And now the steal.
And the defensive pressure is just...
19-point lead. They are owning the Heartland.
They're rolling. Can't allow that. The breaker's got to foul that man. Bolden steps up, can't knock it down.
Up that one short too.
That's the type of grit Cop's talking about. You know, they're in transition, they're pushing. Do something about it.
Saw a lot of this last night, didn't we, Coach? You were pretty critical of Brisbane and their lack of intent, their lack of desire against the Taipans. There's some similarities here.
Yeah, for a team with a chance to make that top 6, you know, you got to come out and be aggressive. You got to be on the front foot. And you're right, Brisbane last night were not, and they end up losing by 20+ points. So
8 points to 2 in this quarter alone. Jackson Cartwright, ultra aggressive.
2 times, fellas, here we go.
Really, their only avenue to score.
Yeah, one thing that's not in New Zealand's favour for this game is the schedule element. I know a lot of people don't want to hear about that type of thing, but the Phoenix have been prepping for this game. They've been chilling at home, getting ready to play. This is the venue that they practice at. The Breakers, meanwhile, played, well, less than 48 hours ago in New Zealand. So some travel, okay, sure, you factor that in, but at the end of the day, when the ball's thrown up, you're going to have to bring it.
Yep.
And they've been a little on the back foot to this point.
and although they're down 17 points, they're not out of this game. I mean,
Matt Hurt drives, fouled, and one.
he's tough, man. He is. I know people think Cotton has that MVP wrapped up.
Oh, come on, Coach.
He is wrapped up, but I think that too. But at the end of the
Thank
day,
goodness that sentence came in.
right, but at the end of the day, this guy is shooting 74% from the field, and he's averaging 20 points a game.
Not on the season, just over the last couple of games.
Well, it looks like it. The whole year, he's been playing this kind of basketball.
He has. He's all league.
Yeah.
He's an all-NBL first.
100.
Yes,
sir.
I think we can tick that one off.
As he misses the free throw. Come on.
So that's 2 certainties for the all-NBL first team.
You guys love Cotton, huh?
Oh, you don't?
Oh, what?
I love
You don't
him.
like him?
Come on, bro.
Tacko.
You need to see more?
No, I've seen enough.
Want some more film?
No. I've seen the Cotton. The Cotton go to work.
It's not polyester.
Not polyester, it's Cotton.
He went with the dad joke on air. He rehearsed that pre-game and we said, no, go with it, Cokes. It's no good. First points of the afternoon for Tacko Fall. Still a big deficit, though, for the visitors.
That is just way too easy, though.
They've been a little lucky that Hurt 0 of 3 from outside. All 3 looks have been premium for a shooter of that quality.
Okay.
Lopez gets out the drop.
Little float game. Got the power finishes, Copes. Now we've got the float game.
Oh, yeah, he's tough. He's added a couple of things to his game.
Sobey's dialed in. He's dialed in. First player in the double figures. Sobey, he's got 12.
And not even forcing anything. I mean, he's been passing more than anything, and now he's leading the team in scoring.
Fall trying to use all of his long levers. He's got men open everywhere. McCarron was fouled at the very last second by Sobey.
Held it too long, Tacko Fall. The soon as he sees the double come his way, kick that thing out. Bam, you've done your job. You've drawn the double. They're in rotations. Somebody's open.
First season with the Breakers, Tacko Fall. 37 NBA games with Boston and Cleveland. 2-year deal, so he'll be back next season.
Struggled early when he got here. Understandable. And I think the team struggled to fit him in, but over recent games, starting to look a lot better than him.
He's had a couple of big ones, right? He had 21 and 12 in that win over Cairns. He had 28 and 9 in the loss to Perth. Do you see a world next season, Coach, where he could be that kind of dominant presence on a game-in, game-out basis?
I don't think he'll be the man, but I think because he's come here and he's learning the league and the league's learning him, I mean, then he'll be a lot better.
Oh, he's camp up the middle. Denied by Fall. Pass from Lopez, found Fall as he was falling to ground. That is one thing that when you're 7'6", you can do, and that's protect the rim.
Yeah, you're going to have to bring something stronger than that when Tacko's underneath. In the end, just goes with the lay. That's not going to get it done. And I tell you, it's an intriguing problem for the big fellas around the league when Tacko seals up around the cup.
Oh, yeah.
Scan the code that you can see on your screen right now as part of the summer shootout. 2 courtside tickets to an NBL game. The code word is Scorcher. With the summer shootout now in full swing. If you missed it last night, the Cairns Taipans have taken the lead. Did a number on the Brisbane Bullets at the Brisbane Entertainment Centre. Foxwell reaching in. The magic number now is 112 for a team to rack up.
You think Cairns have got it? Think 111's enough?
Not yet. No, not yet.
The Illawarra Hawks are still to enter the chat.
Who'd you pick, Liam?
Hawks.
I picked Hawks as well.
118.
118? Yes.
I copied you, basically.
That's a smart thing, man.
Is it?
And as bad as New Zealand are playing, they're only down 12 points. Got 4.5 minutes to play some defense, get this thing under 10, going in the locker room.
10-3 run for the Breakers here. Phoenix have just taken the foot off the pedal slightly. That's better from Foxwell.
And that's what Tacko's going to have to learn. He can't drop in this league. Too many good players.
Well, he's not going to show. He's going to drop. It's just about how deep he gets, right?
Yeah. Great ball movement.
Darling little drop off for Fall, who's been in the keyway for a while. Eventually lost the handle. The pressure was too great.
There's always a wrestling match down there. There's always something going on in that lane. And Tacko's down low.
Foxwell off the glass. Hunter couldn't tip it in. Yeah, Phoenix ball. Just back to that point about Southeast Melbourne switching off a little, Liam. It's been the theme of the week. We heard Angus Glover talk about it. We heard Josh King talk about it, about playing 4 quarters. How disappointed do you think he'd be with the last 3 or 4 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, he would, for sure. It's been, as you say, it's a focus. It's just opened the door slightly for the Breakers to get back in. The reality is the way they defend, because Hunter can't knock that down, it's very difficult to play at that intensity for the full 40 minutes.
He did a good job of it that time. And McCarron got a hand involved, and the Breakers have possession back. Lopez! That was nice for McCarron. And eventually they find a way to score.
No way that kid's 17, bro. Nah.
The instincts, coach.
I'd rather see the
He's special. He's special.
Rebound McCarron. They're within 12, the Breakers. 3 minutes remaining in the quarter. Foxwell with a hand in the cookie jar again. That's his second, but here's the dime. Ooh.
Not a second thought. Just catch and wrap.
Yeah, he's got great instincts. You know what else he's got? He's got great confidence. You know, he knows he's good. He knows he can make plays, and he's ready, willing, and able to get them done.
From where things were, if the Breakers can go in trailing by single figures at half-time, Coach, they'd be delighted from being 18 points down earlier in the quarter.
Absolutely. You spoke about Southeast Melbourne letting you back in the game. If they can get it under 10, this next 3 minutes, they have the momentum going in. Who's to say what can happen?
So he's the leading scorer with 12 points. He's in possession now. Fall and Hunter just continue to wrestle. It's real Greco-Roman sort of stuff underneath the basket. Both of them just took their eyes off the ball then.
Well, Tacko said, listen, I'm too busy cuddling over here. Someone else needs to grab that board.
Lopez from deep. Yes!
Give me that. Timeout, Phoenix. And there's
right back in.
There's that single digits you were looking for.
Yes, you just made a 3, but you better pick up on the other end. I love that. Hold him accountable.
The timeout work from Coach Coppinen. 18 points down. New Zealand have got themselves back within 7 with 2.5 minutes remaining before the main break.
It's been a great response. Down 13 at three-quarter time, even more than that early in this quarter, as you say. And now, you know, they got the Phoenix rattled.
Josh King trying to rally the troops. Here is Matt Hurt's CV, Copes, as you requested. Not quite shooting 70% for the season, but 56.8%.
It's close enough, Jack.
Is still a delightful clip to be shooting from the season. Is he an absolute lock for the All-NBL first team?
For me, 100% he's a lock. I mean, he's been playing this way the whole year. He's been solid inside, outside. But the one thing I love mostly is his confidence. He expects to score every time he gets the ball.
He's a little unorthodox. You know, the way he shoots it, he cocks it behind his head. He's got that Dirk Nowitzki 1-foot fadeaway in the block. He's crafty, but his ability to put it on the deck at his size, and he just has that touch and that sense for getting a bucket around the rim. He can find angles that others can't manufacture. And the challenge for the Phoenix, of course, obviously, yeah, they're in the hunt for the championship here, but the challenge will be to re-sign him and bring him back because he's a stud.
I speak on behalf of all Hoops fans. We'd love to see Matt Hurt back next season. He's 24 years of age too. Late whistle there against the Breakers. Kelsey Brown, you're listening to Josh King.
Yeah, he's very disappointed with that turnaround, like you said. He has his standards and he's going to let them know when they're not hitting them, and he did just that in that timeout. He said, we've gone away from what got us that lead. No surprises there. He wants to get the ball moving on offense.
Yeah. No surprise. They've just got a little stagnant, and everybody, you know, quick shots throughout this second quarter. It was popping.
And when you got a lead like that too, Liam, a lot of the time, you just come out and play. Great shot by Glover. You don't keep your foot on the gas. Like you said, it's hard to keep your foot on that gas playing defense the way they played. But New Zealand have some talent, man.
He's showing a bit of fight, which is good to see. Down low to Fall. And there's 2 more. Tacko's got 6. That's a 7-point game.
That's another thing Lopez has gotten better at, and he and a bunch of his teammates, is just, you know what, just throw it up. When he's sealing around the rim, throw it up, because he's got the advantage.
Got a little fingertip on Matt Hurt's jumper there. This game is changing before our very eyes. Sobey reaching in.
How good is it to be young? I mean, you can be 17 again.
It's fun to watch, isn't he? Strong with it there. Sobey thought he could sneak up on him. Got He was able to draw the foul. They're in the bonus. Now the Breakers, the Phoenix over the limit. A chance to become the first breaker into double digits.
Minute 17 before halftime. Kelsey Brown.
Southeast Melbourne have been true to form here. They are the worst quarter 2 team in the league, so this is not a surprise, I think, in this game. New Zealand Breakers have really capitalised off that.
And saying that, they play so hard in that first quarter. Maybe it's rotations, maybe it's giving guys a little bit more of a break early. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. But there's no reason for them to be as bad in that second quarter.
Completely let the Breakers back into the game, but that's taking nothing away from New Zealand. It's been a different outfit in this second quarter. When they need a bucket, they turn to their #1 man. Hurt with 11 points. Second Phoenix player into double figures. Lopez, the only breaker to do it so far. Mid-range jumper from Matt Mooney. It goes for his first field goal. Went back to a 5-point game again.
Oh, wow. 2 for 1.
Yeah.
For the Phoenix. Ben Air just launches it.
From deep.
Mooney with still plenty of time available. Shot clock at 8. Crosses over down the lane. Darling, wide open. It doesn't count. Phoenix have got the best part of 7 seconds to work with. Glover never hesitates. Just rattles out. We are set up for a big second half here at the State Basketball Centre. The Breakers come from 18 points down to trail by 5 at the main break.
Did a great job of getting it back, Jack. Down by big numbers, stayed together, knocked down a couple of shots, and now we got a ball game.
Let's get to Kelsey.
I'm here with Nathan Sobey. Sobes, you had an 18-point lead in that second quarter, dwindled down to 5. What changed?
Just our defensive intent. That second quarter was pretty poor.
Josh King, he wasn't really happy in that second quarter. What do you think he'll have to say at the half, specifically offensively?
I mean, same sort of thing. The ball got sticky on the offensive end, and then defensive end, we didn't get stopped, so we're taking a ball out of the net every single time. Doesn't help.
All the best for the second half.
Sold out crowd in Southeast Melbourne this afternoon. The Phoenix lead by 5 as part of a massive Saturday doubleheader. Max Gawn and Jake Lever from the Demons taking in this game as well. We hope you're enjoying it. We'll be back with the halftime show next. Felix, have you got us, mate?
Got you there, mate.
Ah, beautiful. Intriguing contest developing as part of the summer shootout. The Breakers trying for $50,000 to put the biggest score on the board so far of 112. And if you saw it at quarter time, you'd think they were absolutely no chance. But they fought, they scrapped, and they found a way back into the game. They trailed by 5 at halftime, 49-44. Liam Santamaria and Leonard Copeland. Great fight back from the Breakers.
Great fight back. Exactly what the Breakers needed, exactly what this game needed. Because the Phoenix looked like they were rolling away with this, Copes. But the Breakers, they're right back in this thing.
Took a couple of timeouts from Coach Kopp to get him right. Guys started knocking down shots. Phoenix rushed a couple of shots there, and they got back in the game.
Nathan Sobey's been the leading man for the Phoenix in the first half. He is one player that has been really impacted positively by the arrival of Matt King. No question about that. He's got 12 at the half.
Absolutely rolling right now, Nathan Sobey. He had 31 against Brisbane, 26 against Cairns, and yeah, he's the game-leading scorer right now. He's out in transition, putting heat on the rim. He's stepping up and knocking down threes, and Coach, he's just playing with a whole bunch of confidence right now.
And not forcing anything. I don't think he even scored in the first quarter, but he just got everyone involved, started moving that ball around, and then look, the way he's shooting the ball, 2 or 3 dunks there, a couple of threes, 5 for 9 from the field. He's a quality player.
So as soon as we finish up this game, which, as we said, has got an intriguing finish, all eyes will be on the Wynn Entertainment Centre. The Illawarra Hawks have led the way for most of this season, and they are playing host to Melbourne United. We've sent all the studs up there for this one. Felix von Hoff and Andrew Gaze are locked and loaded, ready to go. Great to see both of you. This is going to be big business tonight.
Thank you. No, we can't wait. 1 versus 2. And I'll tell you what, Gazy got here about 5 o'clock and has been studying the sheets. I went off to a restaurant and got some food, and he has not stopped the whole time. But Gazy, it's said to be a cracking contest with a lot on the line.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. 2 top teams, and at the top 2 position is at stake. So both these teams are going to be playing with a high level of intensity. They are 1-1 throughout the course of the season, and both teams have got some players that just need to lift a little bit. Ian Clark's had a tough time of it the last few games. We're looking for bigger things out of him. And Sam Froling coming off a career night, albeit in a loss, but that's going to present some problems to some of the bigs for Melbourne United.
Now, as well, there is going to be some fans courtside. There's a bit of spice already between these teams, but we've heard there's going to be a couple of fans courtside with shirts referencing that Chris Golding might just add a bit of mayo to his shots sometimes. How do you think he's going to react to that?
Well, I think Chris loves that. I think any time you're coming off a game where you've had 10 threes, if you don't mind, plus, for all intents and purposes, a game winner, you're going to be coming into this building. It's going to be a hostile environment, but he loves it, and I'm expecting another big one from him.
Jack, we got 3 of the best shooters in the history of the NBL in the building. It's said to be a massive contest.
Certainly is. Jeez, you can see how excited Gazy is as well, and Felix's haircut is just scrubbing up beautifully for Saturday night as well. That is a fresh TV cut that our man is rolling with right there. I can't wait for that game.
That's father and son there, isn't it? Do they go to the same barbershop? You guys go to the same barbershop. You look great, fellas.
If it is, then Gazy's parents, he's got some serious questions that we need to talk about as well. Illawarra and Melbourne, 8 o'clock at the Wynn Entertainment Centre. Big time business between these two. That's coming up as soon as we finish up with this one.
everybody said, oh, you got time. I had Juan Toscano on my team last year, and Kenneth Farid and all of them, and they just kept implying that, oh, Malik, you got time, you know, you're so young. And then they would be like, no, because, you know, there's already kids younger than you, your age, that's already where you want to be, so you don't have time.
Mo puts the ball on the floor, blocked by Malik Lewis. He's got some athleticism, the youngster.
Like, you got to get serious, get yourself in order and start working hard day by day. And yeah, it was really good having them there and stuff like that, and to instill that in me.
I really want to be great from the jump. You know, I have that like chip on my shoulder to just like prove everybody like I'm the best player, I'm the best player in my draft. So I really like want to be the best.
Noy hasn't met a shot he doesn't like. Gets that one tipped away to Lopez in transition. And here he is. Make that. Oh, young Lopez!
The young fella
makes a statement.
Trying to prove it, like playing with that chip on my shoulder, as I said, playing with that hunger to just show everybody what I'm about and also help the team win. That's really great, like big for me because I love winning. So that's just, I'm just trying to show what I can do.
It's one of the best platforms for youngsters in world basketball to enter the NBL Next Stars program and follow your dreams to the NBA. Malik Lewis and Karim Lopez have got their eyes on that very dream.
Yeah, they're both doing a good job. Malik, the Phoenix are 13-6 with Lewis as a starter, 0-4 with him as a reserve. And Karim Lopez, show me another 17-year-old in the world playing at the level that Karim is right now. With what he's doing, the last 3 games here tonight, okay, maybe AJ DeBanster. Apart from him, Karim Lopez is getting it done at a very high level, Coach. And, you know, you can hear the confidence in the young man and his desire to be great.
I can hear the pride in your heart, too. You're just so happy. You took that smile off your face. Yes, you're right, Liam. Again, I make jokes about him being 17. There's not a lot of 17-year-olds doing what he's doing, playing with grown men and giving them the business.
He's got 11 points. He's the Breakers' leading scorer at the half.
There's none. You want to talk about playing with grown men? He's the one.
Yep, he's the one, yep.
What? False start. Ken Widgeon, Ruben Wilcock and Brad Henshaw, our 3 officials for this one at the State Basketball Centre. Sold out. The Phoenix will be back there on Wednesday playing host to the Sydney Kings, and then on Saturday, this time next week, hosting the Tasmania Jack Jumpers. The climb up the table continues. That's not the ideal start for them. Jackson Cartwright shares with Mooney. All of a sudden, it is a 3-point game.
Great start for the Breakers. And you see the energy in Parker Jackson Cartwright. We mentioned earlier, that's what they need. They need to feed off him as the head of the snake.
Lewis takes it straight at Lopez. Jackson Cartwright got his hands in, knocked it away from Hurt. Lewis must shoot. Nothing but cotton.
There you go. There you go.
Best time to shoot that thing. Clock running down. Yeah, there can be no hesitation.
No pressure at all. You gotta let it fly.
His 3-ball numbers have been okay in the last couple of games, Malik Lewis. Here's Lopez to return the favour. Next star v next star.
What's going on here?
Triple v triple.
Let's keep this rolling.
Liam getting very excited next to me at the moment. Slightly concerning. Draws a foul. Kelsey Brown.
Spoke to Luke Brennan, the assistant coach of Southeast Melbourne Phoenix after the major break, and he said, we've got to keep playing. Now, that sounds obvious, but what he meant by it was that they got a little bit complacent. He said we were soaking in the lead too much. We stopped playing defense, and we know that in this league, if you stop playing defense, it can affect the other end as well. Josh King, I know, as a defensive coach, wouldn't be happy with that, so he said massive, massive emphasis on D in this quarter.
That's spot on, Kelsey. We spoke about that. You can get a lead and take your foot off the gas. You know, you start taking different shots and not moving the ball the way you were doing and taking advantage of what got you there. And New Zealand just took advantage of some bad shots, some turnovers, and they got themselves back in the game.
You have just joined us early in the second quarter. It was a 19-point lead to the Phoenix. And it looked as though we were headed for a blowout. But it's the beauty of the Hungry Jacks NBL. You just never know what's going to happen next as Hunter blocks Menenga. Lewis with a crossover and the jam almost. Wow. Put that one on the highlight reel.
Jeez, it went in there, came on out. Lopez, similarly aggressive.
Sobi kept that alive.
Wrong place to save it. Under your own, clear basket.
Dodged a bullet there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Hurt spins away from Bolden. Really tough.
For a big guy, that's a great move.
I mean, it really is. For anyone, that's the craftiness that we're talking about, and you got to love about his offensive package.
Just saw a bit of that unorthodox nature, Liam, about the way he plays. Jonah Bolden responds at the other end.
Nothing unorthodox about Bolden's three-point stroke.
55-52. The pace starting to quicken a little in this game now. As Lopez knocks it away from Lewis. Williams says, play nice, you two. So the summer shootout, this is the Breakers' nominated game. They must score 112 to overtake the Taipans after last night. Hunter with 3 on the clock. Not the first time, not the second either.
This is when PJC needs to get himself going.
Mooney with the feet set. Hasn't been his afternoon so far. 2 of 7 now from the field. Sobi shows him how it's done at the other end.
They can't give him that kind of space. Good little action with Jordan Hunter getting into the mix, and the Breakers, Lopez, just gave Sobi a little too much airtime. Oh my.
He's aggressive, isn't he?
He's very aggressive. 17 now for Lopez.
It's the same number that he had on Thursday against the Jack Jumpers. He's on a tear at the moment. Glover from a mile out. He shot that from Eastling. Everyone getting in on the act in the third quarter. Lopez again. Left that one a little bit short. .5:43 remaining in the quarter. Hurt stripped.
Good hands. Bolden playing well out there.
Mooney likewise starting to have an impact in this third quarter.
The push of the ball as well for the Breakers, getting stops, getting out in transition, start to get a little rhythm and flow in their offense.
A couple of bad turnovers.
A little bit of bad defense. Sprinkle it all in.
That's terrible defense, though.
17 for Nathan Sobi, equal leading scorer in the game with Lopez. Bolden had success from that spot earlier. Can't replicate it. The Breakers 5 of 13 from long range. Sobi found Hunter. Once again, he'll be on the line shooting free throws.
And so now Tacko Fall is coming into the game. They've had a 5-out spread offense. Bolden and Menenga, both three-point shooters. Fall comes in. Menenga's going to check out. So now it changes for them at the offensive end. And while he's in the game, Fall becomes the focus. Throw that ball inside.
Not only does it change offensively, defensively it changes as well, because he doesn't get up like you say. He drops, which gives Southeast Melbourne an opportunity to knock down some threes themselves.
Is this part of the challenge, though, Copes and Liam, is that it is such a dramatically different style of game when Tacko Fall is on the floor versus off the floor?
Yeah, it is. And that has taken them a while to get their heads around. Last time we saw this was when Nathan Jawai was in the league, coming off the bench for the Cairns Taipans later in his career. Wasn't going to spend a long time on the floor when he was out there, but when he was in, they made a real focus of him. It was a challenge defensively at times, especially in pick and roll, but such a problem as a force around the rim. Now, is that effective in the NBL? We haven't traditionally seen that on championship level teams, but they're starting to do a better job of making that work.
You know what else has changed, though? Back then, big guys weren't shooting threes. Now all of a sudden, 4s and 5s are letting it fly. And if you don't get up, okay, you get dunked on. So,
hey, you gotta like the way Jonah Bolton's going about it in this second half. This third quarter, he's out there having a real impact.
Scoreless on Thursday night. Just had the 2 points at halftime. There he is. He's got 7 points now. That's his 5th rebound. Breakers are surging.
how long? Tacko's got to get out of that lane. Once he makes that pass, he's got to step out. He knew it.
Are you surprised to see Southeast Melbourne take Geordie Hunter out as soon as Tacko Fall came out onto the floor?
Well, he's the better matchup for him, for sure, defensively. Vodanovic causes him a problem at the offensive end, because with the pick and pop, there you see Foxwell hits the floater. Vodanovic after that screen, pop to the 3, and it makes it a challenge for Fall to get out there.
Mooney can't score. The wrist looks a little bit sore in back plate. Glover playing with a 100% energy 100% of the time.
That could have very easily been a foul. It looked like.
He thought there was a foul. Timeout call by the Breakers. The Phoenix have settled a little bit in this third quarter now. They've got themselves back to a 9-point advantage in the Tangerine timeout.
Josh King not happy with the officials. I imagine Coach Kopp not happy with his squad. Angus Glover marching right by everybody on his way to the rim.
Let's take a listen to Josh King.
Be ready to shoot. You got to pressure these guys out here. You can't, yeah. And just move. Hey. You good? You good? Hey, guard these guys out here. We need pressure while Tacko's in. Contain. Tommy, keep fucking fighting him. We go on the pass feeder. I'd say now, just fucking rake him if he catches it. Don't let him shoot it. Pick up.
Still in race with those guys right now.
Yes, yeah, ran off a Tacko, pick up. Hey, let's go out. Horn side shorts if we need one. Get that ball moving. Horn side shorts. Let's go, pace.
I love that. I love that because his message is all about defense.
Well, it's worked. Since he's arrived with the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, they were 0-5. They now find themselves 14-10. And we spent a lot of time pre-game playing around with the ladder predictor. Depending on what happens next for the Phoenix, they could finish anywhere from 2nd to 4th to 5th. But one thing's for certain, this team are going to be a big part of postseason action.
Yeah, I think so. With or without Derek Walton Jr. That's the live ladder. So if they hold this lead, they will be 14-10 at the end of the day. Coach Kopp likes his pink shirt. Wants everybody to see.
Just wait. Pop the foul, but I'm still going to review this for no play at the ball. You just grabbed your shirt. Okay. Foul on green 21 for unsportsmanlike. No play at the ball. Thank you.
Foul was caught on Wieskamp, but just going to check for no play at the ball. I mean, it's pretty clear what Coach Coppinen thinks.
That or either he loves his shirt. One of the two.
Could be both. Just a regular foul on Joe Wieskamp.
You heard Coach Kopp in that huddle. Josh King talking about pressure. He said, you got, obviously they're going to try to find Tacko Fall near the hoop. You got to pressure the ball. As Jackson Cartwright slices his way to the cup. So you make those passes tough.
Here's Vodanovic. That's what he's out there to do. Rebound falls the way of Matt Hurt. Sobey with space. He was left all alone. Cash in. Tacko Hurt with him. Tacko Fall, I should say. His second rebound.
That's his second rebound? Come on, big fella.
Yes, sir.
2 rebounds in 3 quarters. Come on, Liam. I'm not happy. Get your big ass in there and rebound the ball.
3 on the clock for PJC.
Come on, man. Is that right?
How many you want him to have?
More than 2, Liam. Are you kidding me? He's 19 foot tall, and he's got 2 rebounds.
Oh, boy.
Come on, bro.
19.
Both teams ringing the changes. Hunter, Vodanovic, Sobey, Wieskamp, Foxwell. The 5 out there for the Phoenix. Here is Joe Wieskamp. Successful. McCarron, Darwin, Jackson Cartwright, Bolden, and Fall for the Breakers. Tacko rolls to the basket and helps it in, and he's got 8 points, only 2 rebounds, but 8 points.
What I'm seeing from Southeast Melbourne is they're settling for 3-pointers, Liam.
Yep.
And look, earlier they're falling, but you got to get that ball to the basket.
Well, those looks are there with Tacko Fall in the game with the way he's guarding that ball screen, but you're right, you're going to have to mix it up. Meanwhile, Jackson Cartwright starting to get himself going.
Here's the Amy replay. Look at the speed off the dribble.
And that's against a guy who's one of the better defenders in the league at sliding his feet and staying in front of the ball. He's in the double digits now. Jackson Cartwright, he's got 10.
He's just starting to warm up. There's another 3 attempt.
Is that 5 threes the last 5 possessions?
Here's number 6 coming up.
I'm taking those odds anytime. 1 for 6, last 6 shots. So if New Zealand can keep attacking the basket.
Foxwell almost came up with it. McCarron almost threw it away. Shot clock in single figures for Jackson Cartwright. Darling got it back off McCarron. Smart play by the veteran. Knocked it to the advantage of Jackson Cartwright. Phoenix looking for a meaningful play late in the quarter.
Get out. Those long levers coming to the rescue, sending Wieskamp away. It's 2 blocks for Lopez. 17 points, 6 boards, 2 assists, a steal, and 2 blocks.
He's impressive. Back-to-back threes for Wieskamp.
And that's the flip side. Kareem still learning, gets lost there defensively. And such a dangerous shooter, Wieskamp. Catches and makes it pay.
Loose ball. That will be over and back. Lopez was caught between 2 minds, whether to grab it or leave it. In the end, he did a little bit of both.
Pop's telling him, you can't go under screens with this guy.
Kareem's thinking, listen, it's the shorter path there, right? But you just can't do it. You know, there's certain, Cotton, Golding, Wieskamp, Tyler Harvey, there's guys all across this league. If you're guarding one of those dudes, you've got to just lock and trail and get over those screens.
Shot clock switched off. Phoenix with the final say in the quarter. Lakers have some fouls to give. Certainly haven't had things their own way, have they, since quarter time, Southeast Melbourne? Sobey for Hunter, he rolls and he rolls hard. He's a hard man to stop in that situation.
Yeah, he does that so well. Beautiful timing on those rolls and the ability to catch and stride his way to the basket, finish off 1 foot. So many bigs need to kind of settle themselves. He's just a runaway freight train towards the rim.
Sydney regret letting him go?
Because I would have liked to keep him ideally. McCarron at the buzzer. Southeast Melbourne lead, and they lead by 11 at three-quarter time, 76-65 at the State Basketball Centre. It's a big Saturday night here in the Hungry Jacks NBL.
It's been back and forth here at the Heartland. It's gone up and down. Krim Lopez has been in some fine form, but it has been all the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. 76-65, they lead the New Zealand Breakers. Coach Kopp was desperate in that break. He said, we're getting the stops, we're just not finishing, but he reckons his team can finish it off. He wants some grit, determination. We've heard it all throughout the game. That's what he needs more of in this fourth quarter.
Strong message for the Breakers going into this last. Nice work, Kels. They must start well here, Liam. They must start well.
He asked for it, Jack, and Matt Mooney delivered. Good ball movement. They need Mooney to step up and knock down shots. There it is, kick. Fine. Mooney on the arc. Copes, Lopez 17, Jackson Cartwright 10. They need Matt Mooney to be that third scorer.
They do. Matt Mooney knocking down a couple of shots. What do you got? A technical
delay of game. The second warning for the Breakers.
Matt Mooney or Meninga, one of those guys as a third scorer would definitely give him a boost.
Phoenix, one of the best fourth quarter teams in the NBL. They've won 17 Q4s this season and a plus 3 points a quarter.
I think that's 4 on Tacko. Like I said, I'll be out of here soon, fellas. It's hanging there.
Some parting words. Menenga's going to check in.
Not the same impact today, Sam Menenga. 3 of 8 from the field. Has he seen a bit less of it this afternoon than what he has in the last couple of games?
Well, he was rolling in that last one, 29, a career high. And I guess when you're knocking down shots, you're playing at that level, the ball comes to you. Right? Yeah. And in this one, he hasn't quite been knocking it down at that same level. So other guys have been a little bit more aggressive.
Points, 8 rebounds for Jordan Hunter. He's Out there with Glover, Sobey, Wieskamp and Hurt for Southeast Melbourne. Lopez, Menenga, Mooney, Jackson Cartwright, and Jonah Bolden for the Breakers. The second time in the quarter, Mooney unloads.
Same action, beautifully done. This is what Coach Kopp and the coaching staff's been talking about in the huddle. Move the ball out of those screens and you'll find open shooters.
He's got 12 now. Jonah Bolden, who was part of that resurgence in the third quarter. With another rebound, Jackson Cartwright exploring all of his options. Here's Menenga, feet set.
Foul underneath. Lopez. Watch the Phoenix here on this. Jordan Hunter's going to step out and double team Jackson Cartwright. So kick, you'll find someone open. If you draw 2 to the ball, or you're playing 4-on-3 on the backside, and they've hit 2 threes out of that action in this start of this fourth quarter.
It's all about swinging that ball. If you can swing the ball and find that open guy, generally you'll have a good shot.
Sobey into the lane. Menenga just did enough to change the shot. Jackson Cartwright, only Glover ahead. Fancies his chances. Bolden follows up.
Good take from Jackson Cartwright. They benefit from him being aggressive. Yes, he was up against the numbers, but putting heat on the rim.
And a hand on Wieskamp there. Shot clock at 9. He stayed with it, Joe Wieskamp. He's got 10 of his own.
That's the size and strength. So that's 3 in a row.
Good boy.
3 threes.
This is tough off the bounce.
Close the gap to 4, the Breakers. Twists and turns of this game has been outstanding. Hurt no good. Wieskamp, uncontested, puts it back in.
He's so much bigger than what he looks like on television, too.
Push. A little extra.
It's getting a little physical. Sobey,
it looks like you were both in that side.
his third there, I think. Karim Lopez there, he picked up his 4th before, so he's skating on thin ice.
Lopez kicks it back out. Here's Bolden. Just rattles out. Right now, momentum with New Zealand. The Phoenix need to come up with an answer.
Hell of a pass from Sobey. It was just the descent for where Hunter was. Maybe got a little fortunate that it found its way through. Wraps it around. Hunter's to the free throw line.
Southeast Melbourne host Jordan Hunter's former team, Sydney, on Wednesday at the State Basketball Centre.
And that's another team that can play some really good basketball, but sometimes you don't know what you're going to get.
I think it's fair to say they're a hard one to work out.
Yes, indeed.
I guess for Brian Goorjian, that could be good or that could be bad. The rest of the competition, it could be very good or it could be very bad. Won't see the Kings in action until tomorrow when they host Tasmania. Lopez catch and shoot 3! Karim Lopez has got 20!
Oh boy, shooting the heck out of the ball. Career high in the NBL. A new mark, another new mark for the most ever in a 40-minute NBL game. Someone aged under 18.
Had 19 on Monday against Melbourne. As Liam said, a new number in this one at the Heartland.
4 of 6 from long range.
Second opportunity for the Phoenix. The Breakers are told to go. Sobey stayed down in back play. Here he is again, the teenager. Phoenix breathe a sigh of relief. Wieskamp has had a good second half. As is this man, Jonah Bolt.
This looks like he pulled up a little sore there, stretching out his left leg. He's been good.
Moody missing by a fair weight. He's knocked down 3 in the quarter. Couldn't make that number 4. Sobey falling away, that is tough.
That's a tough shot. Anybody's going to take it, he will. Full of confidence.
He's got 19 now. Sobey, 50% from the field to go with 8 assists.
He looks absolutely cooked. He stood in the way of Menenga and created a turnover as a result. Players from both teams on their haunches. A lot on the line right now, and the pace is quickened. Deep breath from Sobey. He draws the foul on Mooney.
Well, those two going at each other. They are. Mooney and Sobey. Both being very aggressive.
Timeout coming from the Breakers. Nathan Sobey shooting free throws. 86-79 at the State Basketball Centre. Bang on 5 minutes left in this game. They've been close a couple of times, New Zealand. They haven't led at any stage in this one this afternoon.
Yeah, they keep asking questions. Yeah. Don't they, Coach? But at the moment, the Phoenix appear to have all the answers.
They do, but I just think the smarter team's going to win this one. If Phoenix can come down and move that ball from side to side and get those open drives to the basket, they're probably in a better position. But if New Zealand can start knocking down threes like they've been doing, Bowden, Meninga, Mooney, then they're right back in it as well. Anybody's game with 5 minutes to go.
$86-79 at the State Basketball Centre. The Phoenix lead at the moment, but coming up next, 8 o'clock tonight. Check your local guides, of course. Grab a cup of tea, a bicky, or maybe something a little stronger if that's your persuasion. Illawarra versus Melbourne. 1 versus 2 on the ladder.
My question for you, Liam. If Illawarra can slow Chris Golding down, do Melbourne United have enough offensive power to win down there?
Yeah, they do. If they utilize Chris Golding and the attention that he will get to their advantage. You know, think about that game winner from Jack White against Sydney. It was the threat of Golding that resulted in Sydney's breakdown and White getting open. So, yeah, Golding doesn't have to have 30 or 40 or 25 to have a huge impact. Just by virtue of being on the floor, the gravity that he has can, you know, bend the defense.
I find it strange that we got a lot of scorers in this league and guys don't go at the scores. Like, I mean, Cotton's the best offensive scorer in this league. Rarely you see guys make him play defense or just go at him or go at Chris Golding. I'm trying to get him into foul trouble here, so I don't have to worry about that threat on the offensive end.
Can't wait for that one, but there's a bit to play out in this game first. Quick break for Nathan Sobey. Game's leading scorer with 21. Mooney threw it up. It was a prayer for Fall. He stepped out of bounds.
He stepped out of the stadium. He was way out of bounds.
Couldn't keep those size 37s inside the lines.
Wow. This fella said, wait.
Hurt hesitated. Very nearly got it to drop. 0-5 from long range tonight. 34% shooter on the season. Mooney drew a closeout, found space, and again left it short. And go back to Fall, back to Mooney. Makes the adjustment.
It's good offense. Mooney has worked out how to use Tacko Fall. Beautiful inside, outside, wide open looks.
18 for Matt Mooney. Breakers get it back to 6 the difference. And a chance to cut that lead even further here. Lewis trying to stop Mooney. This time he puts the ball on the floor and he scores 2 more.
He's rolling. Matt Mooney, what a huge fourth quarter he's had. Here's the Amy replay. Throw it in, up high. Right back at you. Mooney cashes it from long range, and then the very next possession, he's right at the cup.
Southeast Melbourne did nothing wrong there. Lewis went down the double. There was a rotation. Pump fake. Knocked down the foot.
He's been huge, Matt Mooney, as the Breakers have clawed and fought and scratched their way back into the game. It's been the hot hands of the Chicago native. He's got 20 points on 8 of 16 for the afternoon.
Yeah, and so many of them here in this fourth quarter. Early on, he was trying to find his way. They needed him to be, you know, a productive scorer down the stretch. And then this fourth quarter, he's just gone bang. The ball movement, back-to-back triples to start the fourth, that one and this one. And now he's rolling. He's got 20. He's the equal team leading scorer. And they can go to him now, coach, because he's feeling it.
Absolutely. Get him the ball. And the thing about it is he's shooting it from outside, but still driving to the basket as well. And the fourth quarter here, he's got 14 points, 5 for 7. 4 for 6 from the three-point line. He's on fire.
And your point was a really good one, Liam. He's worked out how to make Tacko Fall work for him.
Yeah, he's one of the guys who's become best at how to get Tacko the ball first, and he recognizes that he's a huge target around the rim, sure, but also he's going to draw a double team, and that's a great way for a shooter like Mooney to get himself open.
Less than 3.5 minutes left. Phoenix turn to try and make something happen offensively, and they turn to Nathan Sobey, who's got 23.
This is Nathan's time. This is when he feels like this is his team. He needs to take over.
The handles on that move. Cannot wait to get another look.
Breakers playing back through Mooney. Risky pass, almost comes undone. Falling away, high degree of difficulty.
Yeah, that pass, that entry pass, probably not the one you wanted.
Jackson Cartwright picks up the foul. Kelsey Brown, you were listening to the Phoenix.
I was, and Josh King might be one step ahead. He recognised that Mooney has utilised Tacko Fall. And he has told them, so don't send the double to Tacko Fall anymore. We just saw it there. But he has gone away from that. He doesn't want that shooter getting the open shot. So it's interesting to see that he's picked up on what New Zealand are doing and he's gone against it.
Smart. Yeah, and so what that means is he's no longer a post target. You don't really want Tacko trying to like back his way in. You want him catching and finishing at the hoop. He's a post target when they're going to double. Otherwise, you just want him sealing at the rim.
Maxwell puts it back to 8 the difference. Phoenix have won 8 of their last 10 games here in the Hungry Jacks NBL. As they continue to climb up the ladder, but this one swings in the breeze right now. Bolden down the lane. Foul by Hunter.
Amazes me how.
Hold on, was he calling for
every player that gets a foul called on him gives you the twirl, it gives you the television. Bang. All arm, head, got him in the back, kicked him up the leg.
Well, his point is that he got the ball first. That's the point he's trying to make.
Then he got every other limb.
After they put him in the hospital. Come on, bro. Oh, man.
Bolden misses both.
Bolden's too good to be missing 2 free throws. He shoots the ball too well.
Little window of opportunity for Southeast Melbourne, and Wieskamp flies.
He's been good all night, hasn't he? 14 points, 5 for 11.
10 points is some breathing room now.
There's Mooney trying to find Fall again.
Grabbing his jersey.
They got to move that ball. The Breakers. Yeah, they need 3-point looks right now. Down 10, 2 minutes to go. Put Parker Jackson Cartwright in some screen and roll action and move that ball.
Yep. The lob was on for Fall. Hurt's hands were better. Possession arrow with the home team.
Can't bring it down, Copes.
Bring that ball down, everyone's coming at it.
He caught it in the perfect spot, Tacko, but he brought it back down in the realms of everybody else.
I'm sure every coach he's had has told him, keep that ball above your head, big fella.
Give it a hit.
Inside 2 minutes left. Oh. Almost a turnover for Sobey. He's head down to the basket. Falls back out to Foxwell, and the Phoenix can reset. Here's Sobey. A dagger! Right through the heart of the Breakers.
He's enjoying his basketball, isn't he?
Well, you described it beautifully, Jack. That's exactly what it was, the dagger. They've hung around the Breakers. They've asked a few questions, but bang! In front of the Heartland faithful, ready to explode. Sobey breaks their heart.
26 points on 10 of 19. The Phoenix now lead by double digits and have held their nerve when they were challenged by the Breakers.
So there's not many around the whole league right now playing at a higher level than Nathan Sobey. Another 26 today, 9 assists. There's the live ladder, the Phoenix, 14 and 10 if they, or when they hold on here.
Can they get second spot?
I think so.
Yeah, they can.
Right.
It's going to require Perth and or Melbourne to falter. It's worth probably just bringing it up now as we take a look at their last 5 games. Look at the very last game there against Melbourne United in a throwdown. That is the final game of the regular season.
And have they beaten Melbourne? Didn't they beat Melbourne this year?
Beat them twice.
Wow.
And the other thing to keep in mind is they've actually got a very good percentage. So they're probably going to win a tiebreaker over any of those teams.
Maybe what might be their biggest issue is that Perth have also got a very similar home stretch for these last few games. And we saw last night against Adelaide, they are a damn tough team to beat at RAC Arena.
And everyone's playing great, too. I mean, Cotton's playing great, but everyone else is playing great. So
the party music started at the State Basketball Centre. They might have just seen off the threat. Well, Jackson Cartwright's always going to play until the final whistle. Breaks a run of 9 straight points for the Phoenix that came at the right time. Two more to come for Sobey. He's such an interesting story, Nathan Sobey. Throughout his NBL career, there have been flashes where he's looked like a top 3 player in the league, and the start to this season wasn't a great one for him. What has Josh King unlocked in Nathan Sobey at 34 years of age?
Well, I think he's stopped Sobey from overthinking, to be honest. You know, like the questioning how he does this, that, or the other, and he simplified it. He said, you know what? You're a scoring threat. I want you to be aggressive. And you know, I think the beautiful thing for Sobey as well is that Josh King comes in, you're fresh to the league. He doesn't know Sobey's reputation for this, that, or the other. He just sees an outstanding player who's, you know, has the potential to be, as you say, one of the best performers in the league.
And in all fairness, Sobey comes in from Brisbane where he had to be the man. He had to take all those hard shots. But now he's got help. And I think he's just learned a way to be unselfish and get everyone in the game and still play his own game.
It's interesting, even just from a body language point of view, Coach, he looks so much happier out there.
And believe it or not, first couple of weeks, he was getting plenty. I mean, we gave it to him, and he probably deserved it, but he was finding a way to fit in, and it was a new team. And I'm glad, it's good for the league to see Sobey play the way he's playing.
You know, it was interesting listening to Joey Wright during the week. He obviously has great history coaching Nathan Sobey. Spent a number of years trying to work out the best ways to unlock him. Helped him be all-NBL second team, most improved player. Coached a team with Sobey in it that nearly won the championship. And he feels like Josh King's approach and his ability to keep everybody accountable matches with Nathan's personality. Yep. He's very rigid, likes to do all the right things in all the right ways, and the way in which Josh King coaches the team in that regard, he thinks is helping get the best out of Sobey.
Whatever he's done, it's working. Sobey sits down with another big game. 28 points. Had a huge role in the Phoenix, chalking up another win. Nangaran won.
It's the 9 assists with those 28 points, Copes, that speaks to what you were talking about earlier in the game, his unselfishness. He's aggressive, but he's willing to get off it.
100%. And again, it's good for the league to have guys play that way. I mean,
he's finished plus 24 tonight, Nathan Sobey. He hasn't played a plus-minus game. That's a long way ahead of everyone else. Karim Lopez will foul out. 20 points on 6 of 12, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and a couple of blocks. Another big performance by the teenage next up.
Good work, young man. There's his agent, Marius Ratkauskis, his right-hand man, Rafa. Marius in from Lithuania, Rafa in from Spain. They were at the Australian Open today.
Tennis.
Yep, spent some good time with them both last night. And yeah, Marius and his partner Michael Talon, they've had a few next stars in the mix. Osman Jiang, Bobby Klintman. Over the years, very valued partners of ours in the next star space. Good. Oh boy, Luke Fennell.
Wow. I thought that was a ball kick. I mean, it wasn't music on it.
Come on, man.
Sorry, bro.
Come on, bro.
Remember the face.
This kid's going to Syracuse.
He sure is. The teenager from Beaconsfield in Victoria getting his first opportunity of the game.
Let's just see what he can do. Get him the ball.
He can play, this kid. He's going to be a very big name to watch in the future of Australian basketball. Late stages. Look at the crossover.
Good crossover.
Left that short. The Phoenix continue on their winning ways. That is now 9 of their last 11. And they are one step closer to locking away a top 4 spot.
Big home win. The first of their 3 games at the State Basketball Centre in front of the passionate home fan base. And they turned it on. Got asked some questions. Got off to a strong start, but in the end, Copes had all the answers.
They played well. I mean, look, they had their ups and downs, but they're a quality team now. There's a serious run for this grand final, so it's good to have 2 good teams in Melbourne now. You know, it's been a long time. Melbourne United have run the show. Now you don't know who. You got 2 solid teams. That rivalry is good for basketball.
They win again at the Heartland, and they win again at home. That's now 7 of their last 8 games at home have been wins for South East Melbourne. They've got Sydney on Wednesday back at this very venue, and then next Saturday against Tasmania as well. If they bank both of those, Liam, it has 3 games remaining in their regular season, and they're going to be really well placed.
Well, they're just so informed. They've won, am I right, 11 of their last 13. Well, I mean, that's an incredible record. They're rolling right now, the Phoenix. Jordan Hunter's enjoying it.
He can see the future.
This is not a team you want to play. Yes, Derek Walton Jr.'s gone down. They don't have him, but others stepping up. Foxwell, Glover, Sobey playing at a very high level. They're rolling.
The fact that they got 4 out of 5 in Melbourne, I'd be shaking in my boots if I was someone ahead of them.
It's a very good team playing very good basketball at the right time of year. Let's get to Kels. She's got the Foot Locker player of the game.
Yeah, I'm here with Nathan Sobey. You are a team playing amazing basketball at the moment, and it feels like you guys are a team that can really withstand pressure. New Zealand kept coming back and back and back, but you look like a team that can withstand that now. What's been the change?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, New Zealand's a great team. Now they've got their pieces back together. They're going to be tough for the rest of the season. We've seen that at the start of the year. Our boys are stuck together. It's what we've been grinding about every day and preaching about. So we'll continue to come in and work hard at it, and hopefully it continues to pay off.
28-9 for you. What is it about the rest of your crew that's making your job so easy?
I mean, I think just the depth of our team. We just got through 1 through 13 guys that can get it done on each night. So just trusting that, trusting the process, and just coming in every day to work. That's what it's all about.
You look really happy at the moment. You look like you're playing really great basketball. The commentators have mentioned that you look like you're playing with ease and happiness. Is that how you're feeling at the moment?
It's good to be back home. That's all I'll say.
All good. Enjoy the game.
Big performance from Nathan Sobey. The Phoenix win tonight, 102-89. We are going to come back and wrap it up on the other side of this. And don't forget, Illawarra and Melbourne still to come tonight.